Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I was just here playing around with these envelopes that I found at Target. They're seed packages, or envelopes, not packages. And so it says seed type, variety, notes, date purchased, and then on the back it says date planted, date harvested, and any notes that you have, like 4 different ones, so you could put you know, seeds in there and write about them. But I thought they'd be super fun for using in journals. And I actually saw these on Creative Cafe Girl. I can't think of her name right now, but she's Creative Cafe Girl, and she does, you know, all kinds of shabby chic stuff. But she showed that she found these at Target, and so I ran in there today to see if I could get some, because I think they're great size, you know, to go in a journal or something. So I have a journal that I'm working on. This is the front of it, and I haven't glued it on yet or fixed it on. But anyway, if you see here, like, they're a nice size. They probably have to go on this side because the flap is right there, you know. Or you could even cut that flap off, and then you'd have a pocket, and you could do a tuck behind it or something like that. I don't know. They're just a nice size for a journal. So anyhow, I went and got some of those. So I thought I would go ahead and decorate one to put in my new journal that I'm working on. So I thought I'd go ahead and turn on the camera while I mess around with that. And what did I do with, oh, I wanted to ink it a little bit and stamp it a little bit. And Posh is up here, so who knows what he's going to do. He's been loving going outside the last few days because we've had 50-degree weather and sun, and the birds are all out there chirping, and so he just thinks it's the best. But he just came back in, and when he comes back in, he always wants me to pet him and stuff. So he's hanging out with me. But anyways, I hope everybody had a nice weekend. I had a very nice weekend. Like I said, I was going to a friend's going away party, and that was a little rough, but I mean, awesome to, of course, be there with her. And she's going to come over today, and so with my daughter, so that's really good. They still have a little sewing to finish up on the quilt before she leaves. So I feel very fortunate to have that time with her. Sorry, I'm still, you know, I have asthma, and so if I get a cold of any kind, I tend to hold the cough and the throat gunk and all that and chest gunk for quite a while. So I feel a heck of a lot better though. I just have that still hanging around. So I apologize for the throat clearing. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. I did do a little, I was having a bit of trouble when I got off work, so I did use my inhaler, but it does a good job. It just doesn't, you know, always get rid of all that, especially when it's in my throat, obviously. It did help the lung part, though. Just had that cough all morning. Alright, so I wrinkled it, of course, doing that, but it's not super thick paper, so you do gotta, you know, kind of be careful with them. And I'm not sure how they would take coffee dyeing, and they might wrinkle up a lot, but, you know, they might turn out really cool, too, so I just haven't tried that yet, because I just got them. So what I thought I would do is do some layers. I have some old lace and a pink doily that I want to take down a few notches. But yeah, I just thought these would be fun to decorate, and they're in the dollar spot part at Target, so they're only $1 for a package. I think it's 10, either 5 or 10. I didn't count them, but they're just really neat. And I'm thinking of decorating a bunch of them and putting them in my shop. That, you know, I'll let you guys know when I get them in there, because it's not like going to be today. I have to take my son to the orthodontist and stuff, so I'm not going to get tons accomplished, but I thought I would get one at least to put in my new journal that I'm working on. I think I'll put the lace at the bottom and just hang it off a bit so that if it goes on a page, it'll hang off the page a little, so that's kind of fun. And I still kind of want to see parts of the like date purchased and seed type. That's just fun stuff. And then this is from Tracy Fox. Her, I think it's the Faux Ephemera kit. It's like a little invoice. And I liked it because it says Summers, you know, is the name of the company or whatever, but that's fun for seeds, you know. It's getting to be that time of the year. Like, I have windows open right now, so that's awesome. Makes me very happy when the sun comes out and I get to plant a garden and all those good things. So, kind of feeling that. I want to do stuff with that. I want to do some Easter stuff too, but I keep doing this thing where I get sidetracked and I start doing something else, and then, you know, it was like Valentine's Day. I did a few things, but then it came and went, and it's like, oh, I guess I should have done that before the other thing. But you know how it is with that creative thing. It just takes you where it takes you, and there's not a whole lot that you can sometimes do. And if you force yourself to do the other thing, oftentimes it doesn't turn out the way you want because you're forcing it. And so I tend to just kind of go wherever it takes me, because otherwise I feel like it's, you know, not fun. Makes it not fun when you do that. This is from Nick the Booksmith. That's a piece of that paper that I've been using of hers. Those little, they're like cards like this, but I've just been using them like regular paper. And this is just an image that I had in my stash. If I find these cool old images, you know, photographs, I just make copies of them or print them out, you know, because they're so cool. And this is from Tracy Fox, wonderful. And it was too long to fit on the envelope, so I just tore the edge off. It's like one of the cards, and it did have the number, which is really cool down here, but they're just too wide. So I think it still looks cool like that. And then what I think I'm going to do is get it kind of arranged how I want it, and then I'm going to stitch it, because I do have a piece of fabric too that I kind of wanted to use. So I'm thinking I'm going to tack just a little bit. I need my glue. I put everything away this weekend, you know, I had stuff to do, and so I just wanted to get stuff cleaned up, and we're having people over and everything, and so I got some stuff put away, and then I can't ever find anything. That's why I don't love putting it all away. I usually leave certain things out pretty much all the time because, you know, we all kind of do that because there's stuff that I always use. So okay, that piece I'm just going to kind of tack like that. I don't want to put tons of glue because, like I said, I am going to stitch it, so I don't want to mess up my sewing machine any more than it already is. Oh, why did I do that? Do I want it on that? Yeah, it is on that side. Okay. I just want to tack it so that it doesn't take off when I'm trying to stitch it. I'm just going to kind of put it, like I said, I want it, the lace hanging off. So I'm just going to tack it down a little bit. I think that'll work. Yeah. I'm going to move that over for a minute because I don't want it to glue through the lace to that. Sorry, excuse me. I just want a little glue on there. And I'm going to squish it a little bit because I don't want it to just be perfectly straight, but I just want it to stay in there. And then this one I'm going to take down because I want to be able to see the Summers. Right in the middle, because I'm going to kind of stitch all over it. I think that'll be alright. Let me see. Yeah, it kind of comes down here, but you can still see the date thing. Okay, actually I think I'm going to go stitch that, and then I'm going to put these on after, just because I know if I get it too thick my sewing machine won't take it because my sewing machine is not a big fancy one. It's just a little tiny sewing machine. So I'm going to go stitch that down, and I'll probably go ahead and stitch like around that and around this, but just not stitch them to this. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I came back and I started inking and I just glued this down. I'm like, oh, I need to turn the camera back on. That's how good I am. But see, I just did just sloppy stitching kind of all over it. That's the technical term, you know. So anyway, but and then I stitched around the picture sloppy and this. My scissors don't want to cut this little tiny thread. Because that's just kind of the look I'm going for. And I just like to ink up the thread a little. You could use a different color thread, and you know, you wouldn't have to ink it or whatever, but that's what I like to do. So if you don't like that, you can do it however you want. Like this girl's just so pretty. Alright, so I think I'm going to put her about here, and then I kind of wanted this like this, and I'm thinking it needs like a little flower or something. And I'm not sure what I did with all that stuff. Let me see. Here, I think I found them. That's what happens when you put stuff away, you can't find anything. It drives me crazy. I kind of like that, even though there's that green color. I think it's pretty. I also have some of these crocheted ones from my sister. That might be better because it's not quite so big. And then I could put a pearl in the middle. I have this little one, but I don't know the purple, but I like the purple. I guess it kind of almost brings in that, because that's kind of a periwinkle color up there. Decisions, right? My sister made me these little tiny envelopes too. I just can't decide how to use them yet. I haven't decided. It's a little big for that. I don't know if that works with that up there. Let me see what one of these would look like. Ay. Oh my goodness, I can't. Yeah, we're off to an awesome start here today. I just want to see what it looks like. I didn't mean to like sling them all over the place. Yeah, I think I like that a little bit better. I like that other one. I just think that this is kind of smaller and might be good for, you know, in a journal, because you don't want to make it too huge and too thick. So I'm going to go with the one my sister made. Thank you, Megan. She's so awesome. She crochets all that stuff for me, because I do not know how to do. I can't sew and I can't crochet. But it's nice because, you know, she does that stuff and like my daughter sews, so it's like if we all kind of help each other out, we can do all kinds of different types of things, so that's fun. And this already has, the pearl has some sticky, but there's a hair in here. Let me see. It looks like it was one of her dog's hairs. That's funny. She like crocheted it right in. As we all know, if we have pets, that does happen with, they just are always with us, so their fur gets everywhere. I got the shakes from the albuterol. Stick that on there. And there we go. Those are super fun. I thought it might be fun to make a one of these library cards to slip inside. So I might as well do that real quick. I don't really have a plan for that, so bear with me. I don't think I'm going to make it too thick though or anything, because it won't fit if I do that. I was going to stamp that rose that I pulled out on that background and I forgot, but I could put a little on here. That would work. These are good for journaling because they have lines, and lines are always helpful in my opinion. I may be alone in that, but I just do better if I have some lines. So I have this pretty rose stamp. I got a whole set. They were in with like a magazine, and I don't remember now what the magazine was called, but they're vintage roses. Crafts Beautiful, I guess. So, I don't know. They're just kind of cool. I don't even know if you can get them anymore. I think it was either the December or January one of those. And I don't usually get that magazine. I just was in Joann's and was waiting, and I was looking at their magazines, and I saw that that particular one had all those stamps with it, and I thought that those were kind of pretty, like something that I would use. So I wonder if, like, can you guys see what I'm even doing? Okay. I thought, oh no, I'm probably like out of oh, I should have done one of those. I just kind of want a little something on here. It doesn't have to be major, but just to give some interest so it's not so plain. I need like some on my old paper. Sorry, like I said, I didn't have a plan for this particular part. I've got some Edith Holden writing. I just love her, that writing. Is that not cool? Begins with March. And I'm not going to be able to fit all of that, but I like the fact that it has March down here. I could do a little bit more. Oh, I know what I can use. I could check these because I know I got. Denise sent me these tickets. These are kind of fun because they're pink, pretty. That's kind of cool. I want to take up all that room, but I like her kind of peeking out from behind the, but I guess there's the whole back side too that you can use, but then it feels like it needs something up at the top. Like more, I know. I put a piece of this. I guess that could just be journaling space up there too. So yeah, I think I'm going to just do that. Decisions, decisions, right? I haven't had any time to even watch the news this weekend, so I don't know what everybody's weather is doing right now. I just feel very fortunate that ours has been amazing right now. Who knows if it'll last, but I'll take it while it's here. I need to get out and do some yard work. It's kind of hard to start that program. I like this one with the 50 cents. That's just kind of fun. I'm not going to push on that yet because I'm going to glue her down too. I'm just trying to get an idea of where I want everything. Because I want to tuck her behind. And then I'll push. Oh, just go down just a little more. That's kind of fun. I feel like I need another rose now that I pretty much covered that one up. This one like up here. And if you used a black pen, you could still write on that and it wouldn't be in the way at all. And I think I'll do one more back here. I love having this because then my board doesn't get all gross. I think I've mentioned that like 100 times, but I really do like it. Right, so that side I'm going to leave for journaling. And that side's done, and you could, you know, write a little something on there. See, this wrinkled a lot just from the glue on the other side, so... But I think that'll be fun to have a little tuck spot, and I haven't decided yet. I'll decide if I want to cut that flap off, because I may want to make it another tuck spot for this journal, but I think it'll be pretty in here. Like on the avocado dyed, or, you know, wherever. Be pretty on that paper. So yeah, I think I might end up cutting that flap off, just because it'll be hard to open and close and stuff if it's, you know, even if you glue 3 sides or 2 sides or whatever, it'll just be hard to fiddle with that all the time. So that'll probably end up coming off, but I think that'll be pretty. So anyways, just a little idea, and like I said, I will be, I may just put some of these in my shop in case somebody can't get them at their Target or whatever. And, but I think I'll decorate a few too and put them in there. But like I said, it'll be a few days because I'm not going to get that done today. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like what I do, please like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.